What's up, y'all? JR Raymond back again, coming to you from Bowler X Pro Shop and Training Center inside Waterford Lanes, where we had a question asked. They weren't quite sure what we meant by staying to the inside part of the ball. You see a lot of the professionals, they start to the inside part of the ball and rotate around the outside part of the ball. I'm going to explain the importance of this and how you can actually do this yourself here in a minute, so stay tuned. All right, so staying to the inside part of the ball is essential. And what we mean by staying to the inside part of the ball is when your hand is coming through the swing, everything is towards the inside. It's towards your legs. So if I have this ball in my hand and I come through, if I'm swinging into position and I get here, my hand is to the inside part of the ball, just like this. It's not really cocking, it's just moving your wrist inward and making sure that this goes inside towards here. So it's literally thinking of your fingers being towards your leg or brushing your leg. As you're coming through, the fingers brush your leg and then you rotate through the outside. But you want to make sure you're not on the top side. You don't want to be on the inside like this and then spinning, because then you're spinning the ball and you're doing that, where the ball just sits and spins like that. We don't want that. We don't want that to do like we talked about in that other video. We want to come through the inside part of the ball, so when we get here, it rotates through the outside. So from this side again, it's from here, we rotate from the inside to the outside. All right, so to give you a visual on the lanes, if we're looking at where our hand is here, again, this is just directly up the back. Everything is here, but you'll notice the point of my elbow is still facing this way. We never want the point of the elbow going that way. We don't want to do the chicken wing. We always want the elbow inside. So to over-exaggerate getting to the inside, just think of moving and pointing your elbow to your hip or to your belt buckle, trying to keep it there. It's almost like you're going to throw, if your thumb comes out, you're going to throw a backup ball. You're going to get it spinning backwards. So that's really the thought. When you're trying to learn to do it more and trying to get better with it, then just think of trying to throw a backup ball. But from here, I'm just going to be inside. So it's all right here. You're going to be next to your leg. And then as I release, my hand rotates through the ball, and your thumb, technically your thumb comes out right at your ankle, and then you rotate through the ball whichever direction you want to rotate to. Using the clock theory that we talked about, with the clock being right here around, you rotate to whatever position on the clock you want to create that rotation. So playing the inside part of the ball, the reason it's so important is because now we can create proper rotation, more power, and we can get from here, that gives us more rotation from here to there, rather than if we're already to the outside part of the ball, now all we can do is just kind of flick it forward. So it kind of looks like this. If I'm already to the outside part of the ball, it just goes, it's got barely anything on it. Sure, that works. That's a basic type of release, but that's not going to be what we want. So now if I do this, and I do it from inside with my hand inside the ball, now and come through, watch the difference. You see how much faster that one spins? The rotation, the power behind it, the leverage. So the key things to think about here, it's going to be just making sure when your hand is behind the ball and through it here, it's not necessarily, you don't have to cup underneath it. I would say just have a firm wrist. Get your wrist to be somewhat firm, and then it's just rotating this way. My arm doesn't move, it's just rotating this way. Get your hand to go to the inside towards your leg, your fingers towards your leg, and then if you really want to over-exaggerate it, you can turn and then just move your elbow to the inside. So then it's almost like you're throwing that backup ball, just like this. But when you actually try to release the ball from the inside, now it gets here and then you rotate. Your hand rotates around the side of it and you create a little bit of rotation just being here, or you can create a lot of rotation going there. Okay, so practice these things. Go try this at the bowling center, whatever you need to do. Just get a little bit better day by day. You don't have to be perfect at this. You don't have to try to think you have to be a professional. You don't have to have a professional release, the first time you're trying this. It's just making it over-exaggerate everything I'm telling you to try to get yourself into those positions. Make yourself as uncomfortable as possible without putting yourself in pain. Don't make it painful, but put yourself in an uncomfortable position so you know it's different than what you're used to. Try it a few times and let me know what you think.